Hi everyone, it's Josh's Cindy Lou, aka Twinny Twin Mom, and I am going to be doing a tutorial today using Morphe's new Dare to Create 39A color palette, and this is it with all the beautiful holiday colors. This is their holiday collection, so I'll be right back and I'll get some foundation on and we will get to work. Hi everyone, I'm back. I have my foundation done. And I should probably go over all of this. I used Dermacol number 207 mixed with Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation by MAC, and it is NC, this is NC20. Let's see, what else did I use? I used my mineralized powder for setting, and then I also used my Studio Fix for my, I just feel like my foundation looks really, really good today. I'm going to do my my contouring and everything after, because I don't know if there's fallout with this palette, and I already did my ninjas in here. We're going to send him on his way. He may at the door. So that's my 3-year-old Maxwell, and he likes to be in here with the makeup. But if you saw what he did to my one of my Naked 2 palettes, no good. Tears to my eyes. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to do yet. There's several things that I want to do with this palette, but what I'm going to do is I'm going in with Bear, which is this very first one on the left of the larger eyeshadows, which is, these are all base colors and transitional colors right down the center. So I'm just going to put that in my crease and work it up to right under my brow bone. The one thing I have noticed with this though is there is no under eye, really light under a brow bone or eye crease, eye corner color. So I'm not sure how we're going to work that. So I'm going to do the center. Oh yeah, also I used a Paint Pot Ochre by MAC for my eyelids. Ooh, this is pretty. Oh, it's so buttery. Okay, now just as a disclaimer, I've never used Morphe before the last month and a half or so when I got 3 palettes. I bought one off eBay, which I guarantee you is a fake. So I'm not happy with that, going through eBay to get my money back. Everybody on there was saying that it's a fake. So I will only buy from Morphe, buy Morphe from Morphe. And you know what? I'm going to do something for Thanksgiving because I need to prepare for that. So I'm going to go in with this orange color right here, which is Vivid. And I'm going to go into that crease. So anyway, I've never really used Morphe before the past month and a half. And I'll tell you what, I feel robbed. I feel like I had been robbed before by not knowing about this. And the only reason I found out about this is because of YouTube. Now, my channel, when I initially started it, it was all going to be mom stuff, Jujube. I love Jujube, which is a diaper bag company if you don't know anything about that. But their diaper bags can go way beyond being a diaper bag. They're not typical. They are well made. My son, my 12-year-old son, has one for his book bag at school because they're wonderful. He just throws it around and he's gone through 2-3 a year since 3rd grade. And that's just a disservice because he gets upset, he likes it, and then we can't find it again. So now I just get him a Jujube and he's good to go. And it'll last a couple years at least. And I mean, that's a boy throwing it around. Anyway, so they started coming out with makeup bags and breast pump bags, different kind of bags, and I got really excited. So I started using, because I had always used a large set piece for my makeup, and then I got too much makeup, and then I had to move to a Be Quick, which is it's about this big, and it's for diapering. You can fit about 5, 6 size 5 diapers in there, as well as a small thing of wipes, and then it's got a little zipper, so I would put all my eye makeup in the zipper part, like all the pencils and stuff in there, and it just fit perfect. Then that was wound up to be too small, and they came out with a Be Ready, which is an actual makeup bag. And so I used that, and then I started getting a little bougie, and I'm going to go in with this brown over here, which is Mass. I'm going to go in with this one. I'm going back and forth. And I was super excited. Ooh, that's pretty. I was super excited about it, but it didn't hold all my new kits, which were mainly Urban Decay and stuff like that. You know, and those are $50-something each for 12 colors. Then I hear all this stuff on eBay about Morphe, and I'm like, wow, I just feel like I could have been having a much nicer product. I mean, not that Urban Decay is not nice, I love it, but this, I love the colors, the brightness and everything, so it's just, it's yummy for me. I love it. Okay, so that looks real pretty in there. Okay. I am going to grab one of these smaller brushes, and I'm going to come over and do my corners, and I'm going to go in with Forever, which is this dark one right here. And I'm going to do the corner. So I'm really excited to be finding these, and put these on my channel, because mostly what I had intended my channel to be was very mom oriented, family oriented, and then I forgot how much I love makeup and stuff like that. So what I really want to do is I want to do family and all that jazz, but what I really want to do is how to stay beautiful as a mom, how to remain as a woman, as a mom, because I have had 4 babies I birthed 4 babies in less than 4 years, and including twins, and so I was very busy with all that, and my husband likes me to look good for him. Even if I'm staying at home, he wants to come home, he's like, you know, put some makeup on. I'll bring a red box, you know, we'll have some fun, you know, who cares? So doing it this way, I really have found that I like it much better. So I am going to go in with, that orange color. I'm going to go in with this bronzy right here, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. But before I do that, I'm going to cut the crease just a little bit. There it is. So I have my concealer, and I'm just going to cut the crease. It's very difficult to talk and cut a crease at the same time. All right, there we go. All right. All the way down to the corner, right? On the outer edge. All right, okay. So I really feel that I should start branching out even more into the beauty scene, because I was one of those kids that I'm gonna do this on the outer and then transition it to this one. So I was one of those kids that I was raised an only child, but I had way older sisters. They were already married, had families by the time I rolled around. And so Mom was very much, I had to be home when the street lights were on. All my friends made fun of me for that. Oh, street lights are on. Cindy, you gotta go home. Yeah, I know. No, I'm doing it all the way across. That's a beautiful color. So that was that. I had to be home, so I was bored, and I would just do my makeup. So I am self-taught. My friend went to college for theater. She was a theater major, and everybody kind of made fun of her. And then after college, she went to I think it's John Blasco School for Makeup, and it's a 10-week course, and it was $7,000. And I was like, dang. She was like, I'm sick this one day. I'm like, don't you dare miss school. Do you know how much money that is per hour? Well, your dad will kill you. So, she had to have a final. And so she needed a canvas for her final. So I drove out to LA to her apartment. I stayed the night, and I was her final the entire next day. I'll tell you what, that was one of the most fun days I've ever had in my entire life. 8 hours sitting there having, first it was the beauty makeup, and then they took it off, and then they put on, like scary makeup, and then they put on prosthetics, and so much fun. So I loved it. And I just feel that experience, even though she was the one in school, really helped me to build my dream of and love of makeup even more. Because I was kind of locked in a place where, okay, this is what I use, and that's all I'm going to use. And if I learned a new technique, I would carry that through for the next, couple years. And that was it. And I'm not that way anymore. I would go on certain tutorials and learn a new technique and be like, wow, and then I would learn a new one the next week. And I hadn't done that in a very long time. So I'm very excited to share the things that I've learned over a lifetime. Now, keep in mind, I'm 45. So I grew up in the 80s, and I am just, you know what? Hey, Morphe, if you would love to collaborate with a gorgeous 45-year-old woman who has 6 kids and has birthed 4 past her 40th birthday and lived through the 80s and the 70s and loved it, I would love to do a collection and a collaboration with you, because I have some ideas that it's just not out there, and I know people would love to see this stuff. And the collaborations that they're doing is with young 20s girl. Okay, that's great, but we as older generation, we know what things that we would buy. Like if it was retro to us, and who's the one with the money? We are, our generation. We've already established ourselves. We're having kids later in life. We're just doing things differently from what our parents did and from what people have done now. So I got great ideas, so call me. Email me. It's joshacindylou@gmail.com. So, I am so loving this, but yeah, the fact that if we took out one color out of this section and put a brow bone highlighter kind of color, this would be absolutely the greatest thing since, the brush versus that thing. This, you know what? And in the 80s, this is all we had. You had to be rich to go buy a brush, or you had to be smart and go get a paint palette and pull the brush out. This is all we had. We just had applicators. Nobody pushed that and said, hey, you know what? You can get a better look this way. Nobody taught us. We were kind of self-taught in that regard, you know. And we didn't have internet. All we had were magazines. All we had were magazines. And you can only do so much in a magazine. Oh my gosh, I am so loving this. I am going to see, I'm trying to keep it very Thanksgiving. So I'm mainly stressing the oranges. I'm going to go back in with that first orange that I used, and I'm going to go up a little higher, and I'm going to use a different brush though. And I'm going to take that up higher since I don't have a brow bone color. I will go find one from another palette, but I really didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go mix palettes. I'm going to use this brush. I got these new Morphe brushes, and I am just loving them. It was a kit of 12, and it came in this cute little bag with the little Morphe label on it, all in silver. It's beautiful. And it was 25 bucks, and I mean, it's nice. It rivals. I bought this brush. This is my MAC brush. I mean, I bought this for like $30 something in like 12 years ago. 10 years ago. Yeah, something like that. It's lasted, and I mean, it has lasted. It has been through some stuff. But yeah, these rival. That's a deposit and blending brush. But these are doing really, really well in that department. This is so nice. Okay, I'm going to go down here into this. I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to take this brown. So the darkest red and the darkest brown. And I'm going to hit that right there and just smoke it. Smoke it. I'm going to deposit first. And then smoke it up. Blend it into a smoky eye right there. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing that I can use for. I'm going to use this color I have on my lid for my inner corner, because there's nothing else on here. I'm trying to use the entire palette and just the palette. No fallout. That's great. No fallout. And I've already done my concealer under eye. Okay, you know what? No, that's too dark. Nope, I gotta go find something else. I didn't hit this with any black. It's just as dark as what it wants to be, just the way it is. And I'm very happy with that. So I am going to go in with my big brush that I used in the beginning, and I'm going to just blend around. Okay, so I'm very happy with this. This is very nice. Okay. I'm going to do my blush and stuff, or my highlighter in a little bit. Let me get my mascara on and my lashes.